And that, of course, means it is another WAG Wednesday. And I'm very happy to have on the program today, originally from New York, now down in Florida, if I'm not mistaken, our pal, our friend, big Giants fan, and Knicks fan, and Yankees fan, Richelle Ryan. Richelle, it's Craig and Evan. How you doing today, babe?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
Well, you look fantastic. I see you on a Zoom right now, and you look fantastic. And what part of Florida are you in right now?
I am in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, very good, very good. So you must be on the back end of enjoying another spring break, yeah?
You know, it is every day is paradise here.
All right, let's talk about your fandom first. You're of the three teams you love the most, Giants, Knicks, and Yankees, the Giants are your favorite, right?
Of course.
And you have a Giant tattoo somewhere on your body. Evan, you want to guess where?
Lower back.
He thinks you have a tramp stamp. Do you or not?
Oh, my gosh. Come on now.
Okay.
Wait, is that
No tramp stamp.
No tramp stamps, Evan.
would that be insulting to have the Giant logo in that location?
It's insulting to any woman to have a tramp stamp.
Wow. Okay, my apologies.
I have a tramp stamp, but that's another story for
Wait,
another
so
day.
where on your body is the Giant logo?
It is down on my right ankle,
thank God.
where it's pretty much almost hidden.
Is it when did you have it done?
I got it done in 2010, so I've had it a while.
Now, your fandom has led you to make a number of kind of guarantees publicly, if I can go through some of them. Back in 2018, you did say that you were going to work your magic to make sure Odell Beckham stayed as a Giant. Now, I don't want to question your magic, but you failed there. What happened?
You know what? I'm actually kind of happy that I did fail because he was, in my opinion, was nothing but a cancer to the Giants, and I'm glad he's gone.
Got it. And you don't want him back,
I mean-
I assume, either. You're good with him being gone.
I mean, I don't think any Giants fan wants him on the roster. Could you imagine Odell Beckham in the huddle with Daniel Jones? Oh, my God.
You know,
that's
Richelle,
just-
I have tried to explain that to Craig over and over again, and Craig's an Odell lover, so he's like, no, it'd be great. He'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
But I'm on Richelle's side. She's 100% right.
I want him on the Jets. I'm a Jet fan, not a Giant fan, but yeah.
Oh, well, you can send him to the Jets. Good luck over there. I just think he's a cancer. I mean, he had that one catch against the Cowboys, big deal, and everybody just blew him up. And, I mean, he was injured all the time.
But
I'm happy he's gone.
When did you turn on him, though? Because if at one point you're saying, hey, look, don't worry, I'm going to get him to stay. I'm going to perform some magic. When did the magic turn into, F this guy, get him out of here?
Probably, I don't know, when he just started, like, he was just always injured, and I just thought he was a big mouth. And, you know, the Giants don't like all that attention, and he just brought so much unnecessary attention to the Giants, and he needed to go.
Have you ever had the pleasure of realizing what I'm sure was a fantasy, and that is getting busy with a current or former Giant?
Yes, I have.
Okay, let's go through that. Who was your first Giant sexually?
Oh, I am not naming names.
Well, you have to give us, like, offense, defense. Give us a hint at least. Let us play the game and guess, but you got to give us a hint.
Offense.
Offense. What was Eli Manning like that one time you were with him?
Yeah. Eli Manning's not a boob man, so that was definitely a no-go. That was a no-go.
Eli Manning is, like, I've never met him. I've seen him on the field when I was at some of the games, but no, he's just total family man. But
it was Jeremy Shockey, wasn't it?
Oh, I wish. I loved him.
Yeah, but she was like 9 when Jeremy Shockey played for the Giants.
I didn't say it was that long ago.
Talking to Richelle Ryan for WAG Wednesday. So if you had to take a guess, because I'm always fascinated by this, in the world we live in today with like Instagram modeling and, social media, it's not hard for a beautiful woman like yourself who is a sports fan to very quickly become a known quantity amongst the guys, right? And you do put out adult content, on Twitter and on your OnlyFans account and all that stuff. How often are you being hit up in your DMs by pro athletes?
Oh, all the time. And I hate them all because I mean, they play all of the Instagram girls and all the OnlyFans models. And usually what I do is I'll immediately go to their profile on Instagram and I start liking all the photos of them with their wives, their girlfriends, their babies, because I want them to see that I'm onto them. And I'm not even impressed anymore. If I see a blue check mark, I'm like, whatever. Unless it's Grunk. I have a new guy that I like, Nick Scalza. I think he's the quarterback for Stanford.
Oh, you're going young.
You're going after a college kid.
Wow.
I love the college guys because they don't have girlfriends. They're just down to have fun. I don't want the oldies with wives.
So when you approach a college kid, are they like, well, or are they like into it right away?
Oh, they are all in.
I saw some of your videos in the Bahamas. Well played, by the way. I just wanted to let you know I thought you looked fantastic in Atlantis.
Thank you.
Well, I got to do show research, Evan. So how about any Knick or Yankee players? Have you ever made it with any Knicks or Yankees?
Oh, I did have a Yankee slide in my DMs. I can't remember his name. I'd have to go through and look.
Was it Clint Frazier?
Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. I'll go through my DMs and I'll send it to you.
That's great.
What year was it? Was it recent?
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. It was I had a little thing that Barstool they did an article on about the VCU baseball team, and he saw it, and he was just like, "Oh, lucky kids." And I went and looked at his profile, and I was like, "Oh, he's a Yankee." And I was like, "Well, if I'm ever in New York, hook me up with tickets."
Right. So the VCU story, if I have it right, is that VCU had this 6-year playoff drought, and Richelle showed up to a Halloween party or maybe a frat party or something. And all of a sudden, after a night with her being on campus, they broke the playoff drought, and they credited her with being the good luck charm. So I'm a Jet fan, but I'm sure Giant fans would like you to maybe spend some time at training camp this year because they've got a pretty good drought of their own, right?
I used to go to training camp when it was in Albany, New York, when I was kind of talking to this one Giants player that I used to talk and hang out with.
Right.
And he used to sneak out of training camp and come to my hotel room, and we would have some fun at night. And then he would go back and sneak through to training camp in the morning. I was like, he was just such an idiot.
Right.
Like, I have no idea how he got caught.
How long did that last for?
On and off for maybe 2 years. And then we would still hang out when he would come to Vegas, but he's a degenerate gambler, and he's just crazy. And finally, I told him to leave me alone, and he just started getting nasty, and I threatened to call TMZ. Said, TMZ will take my phone call. They don't care about a washed-up running back like you.
Oh!
And then he finally left me alone.
Got it. All right. So now we've got an idea of who it might be.
You narrowed it down.
You've definitely narrowed it down. A washed-up running back when the Giants went to Albany for training camp. So that goes back about
a while.
9 to 10 years.
They haven't been in Albany in a long time.
I think 7, 8, and maybe 9. 7 and 8 for sure they were in Albany.
I think they were done after 07 and 08. Or was
they
it
were there because I know Boom and I did a show from Albany.
Oh, maybe.
So I'm assuming that was 2008.
But it was right around that time where it stopped.
Give me the roster from 2008. I want to see
washed up running back. Let's see.
Joe Morris, unbelievable. Talking to Richelle Ryan now, you did come out recently and say that you've been hanging out with Raiders defensive end Max Crosby and that you'd love to add Joe Burrow to your roster of athletes that you've bedded down. Is that accurate?
He is so cute, but he has a girlfriend or a wife, and I don't mess with girlfriends and wives unless they want me to join in.
Well.
All right, so you don't mind being the third wheel in a threesome. You wouldn't go after a guy that you know is married or in a relationship. Got it.
Oh, definitely not.
Could I get you to sleep with Zach Wilson, the Jet quarterback?
He's perfect because Zach is now single. He had a girlfriend. They broken up. And you got to admit this, Richelle. He looks incredibly young. I mean, he looks like he's 18 years old. He looks younger.
Is he the one with the hot mom?
No, yes. As moms go, yeah. Yeah. And he has a new gal he was hanging out with, and you're better looking than she is. I saw her pictures in the paper today.
Would you hook up with a Jet quarterback?
Yes.
Is that against your rules?
No, I like all the young cuties.
You do. And
this is what you're talking about, Craig. You said to me recently, Zach Wilson's going to be involved in some kind of high-profile relationship. Richelle, done.
And she's not even going to charge him. She's going to do it because it's the right thing to do for New York sports fans. And
Now, exactly.
do you tell guys that you're about to be with? Now, listen, obviously, you meet regular, average, everyday workers who you go out with, not just athletes. But are they aware that you're most likely filming everything that happens? And have any?
I don't
you
do that.
You don't do that.
No, because then, according to OnlyFans, they have to fill out a 2257. I have to take a picture of their IDs. I have to have a photo of them holding their IDs. And the adult film world, we call that bunny ears. And they don't want to do any of that. So,
God, so for you to legally do it, you have to get all that done in advance of the romp. Got
it's too much paperwork. I don't want to do paperwork.
Well, why don't you just do what Derek Jeter used to do? Make him sign an NDA and give him a gift basket on the way out.
Oh, my. Yikes.
I mean, that's right. There you go. And the one girl was pissed when you didn't validate her parking. He's like, I gave you a gift basket, and you would tell your friends you slept with Derek Jeter. And she was pissed he didn't validate. No joke.
I would have been pissed, too.
No, hold on. If you had sex with Derek Jeter, right, and on the way out, now you had to sign a non-disclosure, and he gives you a gift basket, including an autographed ball, but he didn't cover the $30 to park, you would have been pissed?
For sure. I mean, I don't even like Derek Jeter. I mean, wasn't he the one that had the big steroid scandal?
No, that was Alex Rodriguez.
Oh, that was A-Rod.
A-Rod, yeah. I'm so surprised you haven't slept with A-Rod, to be honest.
Oh, God, no. He's ugly.
If A-Rod had said to you, I just want one night and I won't say a word, would you say yes or no to him?
No.
You would say no to A-Rod? I would say yes to A-Rod.
Yes. I like the college guys. Give me all those young cuties. I will take them all.
Have you ever
like the old washed up ones?
Have you ever considered going to Indianapolis for the draft combine, where every guy in the hotel is a young stud athlete, or no?
You know what? That is their big moment. I mean, that is everything they're training, preparing for. I don't want to be a distraction at all.
That's classic.
Yeah, see. Plus, you would take away their legs.
Right?
Right? I mean, a night with you, a guy can't walk straight for a week is what I think.
I was doing
Exactly.
research on your social media account, noticed a lot of pictures and videos, but I also noticed the quote of the day. How do you decide which quote of the day you're going to go with? Like recently it was Thomas Edison. How do you make that decision?
You know, it's so random. If someone's pretty popular, like I should have done one, like a quote for like Will Smith right after the whole Oscar scandal.
Right.
I just pick random ones or people that I like: Marilyn Monroe, Steve Jobs, Mark Cuban. I just pick very random ones or quotes that I even like.
Yeah, everyone's making the point that it's interesting. It's like you're two people at once. On one hand, you can get a little filthy and do some things on camera. And then here on the other hand, you're quoting like some of the great Western leaders of our time. And we're trying to figure out, we're trying to figure that out.
I'm reading the top. Go ahead.
I'll tell you
Richelle.
why I do it. It's a very good way to organically grow your social media because everybody loves a good quote. I mean, sometimes you read a good quote to start your day and you're just like, wow. And if people like it, they'll retweet it to their followers. So it's a good way to organically grow your social media.
No, I get it. Like, it's funny to me.
Your social media is not popular because you quoted Kennedy. It's because you got 44 Ds and you show them. I mean, I mean, let's be honest. What are we talking about?
I think it's great.
She quoted Kennedy, and 100,000 people said, I want more of that.
But the best part is I'm reading the Thomas Edison quote, and the tweet right underneath is you with your ass jiggling, staring back at the camera. That's great.
Yep.
All right, final couple things for Richelle Ryan here. It's WAG Wednesday. There's a story that this past year, after the Bills blew the Patriots out in that famous playoff game now, that someone on the Patriots defense was being aggressive with you, DMs, like want to hook up. And you actually went out of your way to remind him that he gave up 47 points to the Bills and that was beneath you to actually talk to him?
I was just annoyed that, he kept wanting to fly me out, and he was like, oh, I'll give you a bag of money. And I was like, you can't impress women that are making crazy good money on OnlyFans. Like, that does nothing. I don't even like you. And so I just kept shutting him down. And he kept bugging me. And finally, I was like, bro, you're never, ever going to get it. Like, you suck. Like, you play defense and just gave up 47 points to the Bills. Like, leave me alone.
See, I love like Lisa Ann, who's on with us 2 weeks ago, famous adult actress. You guys are legitimate sports fans. Like you can hang. You know what you're talking about. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Evan? Yes. Like imagine being like you're a hot to trot defensive back on the Patriots. You figure she's just, an easy Instagram model. She's gonna fly out, pretend like she's giving Deshaun massages, and he'll have his way with her. And she's like, bro, you gave him 47.
I love it.
They didn't punt.
I was actually watching the game because my whole family, I'm originally from upstate New York, and my whole family is diehard Bills fans. I'm talking from I remember as a kid writing letters to Jim Kelly, and my mom has photos. My mom was a total fangirl. She used to go to all the Jim Kelly signing events and everything. So I was like, no, I was actually watching that game. You were terrible.
You're actually lucky you're not. You could be Jim Kelly's daughter. What kind of dough do you make on OnlyFans? You don't have to say an exact amount, but someone of your ilk with the videos you put out, I'm always fascinated by what kind of loot you guys make.
Oh gosh, I don't even tell my CPA the truth. So
can you pull down $50,000 a month?
Oh, I'm not going to say.
Just give me a more or less. Best month ever.
No.
So you do. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, I said no.
You said no, you're not answering, or no, you're not doing $50,000 a month?
I said no, I'm not going to answer.
You do. I do more now.
By the way, Craig, I did figure out the washed-up running back that was sneaking out. Would you like to hear the name?
Well, you could guess it. She'll be honest with us if you have it.
Well, I found the guy. Will you be honest if I name this guy correctly?
Honest. It's so long ago. You'll be honest.
This guy had success, had numerous 1,200-yard rushing seasons before he got here.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And when he was with the Giants, he was 30, and he wasn't that guy. Who is Ruben Drones?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
All right.
Not Ruben Drones. I can tell she's not lying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, not. Go to the next guy.
Oh, well, that was my first guess.
How many running backs were on the 2008 Giants?
Ruben Drones, Brandon Jacobs?
Tiki Barber?
Oh, no.
Was it Tiki Barber? I know Tiki well. I don't think it was Tiki, but if it was, you could tell me.
Tiki was never washed up. He went out on top?
Very good point.
Tiki had butterfingers, is what he had, and then wanted to blame his fumbling problem on Coughlin. So
see? She's a Giants fan.
Yeah,
she knows his stuff historically.
I got to defend Tiki.
You're right.
And then he fixed his fumbling problems and became one of the best running backs in the history of the franchise.
Part of the Tiki story is fumbles, butterfingers.
Richelle, as a diehard Giant fan, do you have a positive view or negative view of Giants running back Tiki Barber?
I mean, I just know him for his fumbling problem.
See? Wow. Now let me ask you a question.
Tiki Barber.
Are you
He landed on Coughlin, and I love Coughlin.
See? Wow. You never slept with him, did you?
Coughlin?
Ew, no, he's old.
Yeah, I'm just. Who's your favorite Giant of all time?
Lawrence Taylor.
You slept with him for sure.
Oh God, no.
No. Can you guys find me the running backs from the 08 roster, please, in Albany? I mean, it can't be that hard to figure it out.
I told you, Ruben Drones.
No, I know
Brandon
she's not lying
Jacobs,
about that. Brandon
Derek
Jacobs.
Ward.
Derek Ward.
That was Madison Hedgecock, the fullback. Do we count him?
That's a great name for you to date, though.
Right?
Right? Have you ever dated a Hedgecock? Probably not.
No.
Probably. No. All right, who else you got?
That was it from the 08 team.
Nah, then it's someone else. Go to 07.
We got to go back further.
Yeah, go to 07.
DJ Ware?
No, not DJ Ware.
Derek Ward, Ahmad Bradshaw? He wasn't washed up, though.
Got it. Ahmad Bradshaw. Well played, Richelle. Well played. Was that a lengthy relationship or no?
No.
Ahmad Bradshaw. I mean, without Ahmad Bradshaw, you may not win that first Super Bowl, to be honest.
It was Ahmad, but that's the answer?
Yeah, that's the answer, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate her honesty. She's not a liar. You have to respect that.
I do respect
You
that.
totally got to respect that. Well, listen, Richelle, we appreciate you coming on today. As you know, we've done this for a few months, and it's like the highest rated radio segment in the country now. And if you ever come back up to New York, I know you're down in Florida now, anytime, love to have you come by and be a friend of the show. If you have anything going on, just let our producer know. We're happy to put you on and let you promote it, okay?
I'd love to.
Matter of fact, I'd like to invite you somewhere now if I could.
Oh, goodness.
The Friday going into Memorial Day weekend, right? Big party weekend. We're doing our show from DJs in Belmar. And I think it'd be great. Again, if you're in New York, obviously I'm not telling you to fly up just for that.
I'll be in southern Canada that weekend in upstate New York, unfortunately.
What are you doing up there? Porn convention?
I wish. I have my sister's bridal shower.
Wow. Wow.
Yep, I know.
Are you in charge of the bridal shower?
I am. I am the maid of honor.
Wow.
And I'm having to throw a massive bridal shower in upstate New York.
Have you contemplated what to do with all the single groomsmen or no?
I've seen them all, and I am not impressed.
Got it. All right, so everybody's safe. Everybody's safe.
Definitely safe.
I just read that story. There's a big story out there now that a young couple got married, right? And the best man knew the bride before the guy that married her, okay? They were like childhood best friends, but totally platonic, right? Yeah. And they get older. They're in their 20s. She falls in love with some guy. The guy becomes this other gentleman's best friend. They hunt together. They go to ball games together. And it's all straight. It's all cool, okay? The best man's a little toasty at the wedding, but he's got to give the best man speech. And at the best man speech, he professes his undying love to the bride.
Oh,
my God.
To the point where it's really awkward, okay? They even have a dance later in the night because they've been friends, no joke, for 15 years.
This sounds like a 1990s rom-com.
Yeah, never a kiss, never. She set him up with girlfriends. He was always there to support her, blah, 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 right? The marriage is over, and he's now married to her.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Right?
He pulled it off.
He pulled it off.
He pulled off the switch.
He pulled off the switch, Evan. That's right.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Have you ever caused somebody to lose a marriage?
Never.
Never. Other than Ahmad Bradshaw.
Never.
Did Ahmad Bradshaw invite you out to the Super Bowl that year?
I'm not answering.
He did.
Wow, how did you get this, Ahmad
You
Bradshaw?
were in Arizona for the for the Brady-Eli Super Bowl.
I said that I wasn't answering, but I definitely wasn't there.
You slept with Ahmad Bradshaw the night before the Super Bowl. True or false?
No, I was actually in London for the Super Bowl because that was when he had the butt touchdown. He went in with his booty, I think.
It was when he tried to stop scoring and fell into the end zone.
That was 3
and
years
he fell
later.
into the end zone.
Nice. Good recollection on that.
That was
Would you rather spend if you're stranded on an island, I'm going to give you one guy, you have to pick one of these fellow guys to spend a full year stranded on the island with, okay?
Oh, Jesus.
Phil Simms,
Ooh.
Eli Manning, Tom Coughlin, or Lawrence Taylor?
I just feel like Lawrence Taylor would be entertaining.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
He would be entertaining for sure.
And he'd probably satisfy you more than the others.
Ew, no.
No, he would not. From his ability to build stuff and hunt and fish. That's all I was talking about.
How is it those are the guys you picked? You couldn't pick any hotties.
All right.
Drunk,
All
Nick
right.
Scalza, who else?
And I'll give you 4 hot guys, okay?
Daniel Jones, he's kind of cute.
Who was that?
Daniel Jones.
He's
Daniel
kinda
Jones is the
cute.
most boring guy on the planet, though. You'd
I
honestly
like-
go for a swim in shark-infested waters after a week.
I love boring men. Give me a boring guy. I'm spicy, so we equal out.
All right, so I'm going to give you 4 boring guys who are good-looking. I'm going to give you Daniel Jones. I'm going to give you Mike White from the Jets. I'm going to give you Eli Manning.
Mike Lennon.
And, all right, yeah, there's your 4th. Go ahead.
I feel like Eli would be entertaining too, but probably Daniel Jones. I'll still
Daniel
stick
Jones.
with him.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Always good talking to you, Richelle. Thank you for coming on. And if people
thank
want
you
to,
so much.
if people want to check you out on social media, what's your handle for people to go search?
Twitter at Richelle Ryan and Instagram only Richelle Ryan, and both of them are verified. So don't get fooled by all these scammers.
Got it.
Look for the blue check.
Appreciate you coming on. Be well, okay?
Thank you guys. Go Giants.
All right, Richelle Ryan, your biggest Giant fan alive.
Should we
and
have-
knows her stuff, by the
Should
way.
we have her on weekly as our Giants insider?
Well, I've already got Lisa Ann coming in every Friday.
that's
to do,
different. That's
football.
not Giants insider. That's football in general. She is a Giant fan.
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
She knows more than you.
By the way, not a stretch. Not a big stretch there.
No, she
Evan.
did mess up the Bradshaw thing. That was the next Super Bowl. You know that, right?
Whatever, dude. She slept with Ahmad Bradshaw.
How did you get that? He wasn't even washed up.
Because I was watching her as I was rolling off the names.
Oh, and you saw
I had
her.
I have a camera here that's on her.
Yeah.
So I was watching her reaction.
No, but you saw a reaction as soon as the name Bradshaw was
100%.
mentioned?
She slept with Ahmad Bradshaw.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which, by the way, Ahmad Bradshaw for a minute in time was a badass. for the
No, and he
Giants.
was young at the time, too.
I mean, the Buffalo game, that's all Ahmad Bradshaw.
He was a rookie.
The San Francisco game, as great as Eli was in that game, Ahmad Bradshaw did fumble.
And he was also a rookie in 07 that year.
Yeah.
So he was 22 years old.
So he was
young.
knocking that down as a rook.
Yeah.
In Albany.
In Albany.
Yeah.
And skipping out.
Sneaking out at
And
night.
then sneaking back in.
Well, another successful Wag Wednesday, everybody. By the way, who's lined up for next week, Tommy? I see he's on the phone. I'm sure he's talking to Richelle, right? Saying thank you. See, he's really become a professional.
He has been on a roll lately, I must say.
Does he have someone planned for next week yet or not? I say not yet.
I say, yeah, he does.
You think he does?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? He's been rolling
I
lately.
haven't heard anyone's name in a while. And Richelle he booked 3 weeks ago.
What about Kelly Stafford 2 weeks ago?
No, she was last week.
Last week.
Yeah, no. I'm wondering going forward.
Yeah, but he's been on a good run.
No, he's been on
So
fire.
I'm trusting now that he's got this figured out.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, now it's easy because we've done 10 of them or
Right.
8 of them, whatever it is.
And now word is spreading, hey, Wag Wednesday's a big deal. I mean, I'm not even kidding. I opened up Twitter this morning. I got 4 straight DMs. Happy Wag Wednesday. Happy Wag Wednesday. Hey, a pleasant Wag Wednesday to you,
Oh, you know
sir.
what? I wasn't on Twitter. I should have been because everyone was giving me names of running backs, apparently. Rodney Hampton, Peyton Hillis, Ahmad Bradshaw.
Peyton Hillis. That was another good one. I didn't think of Peyton Hillis.
Do you have somebody lined up for next week, Tom, or not yet?
Not yet. I'll let you guys know, though, once
Oh, yeah, please do.
working on
Please
something.
do.
I should know tomorrow, potentially, if this will be next
You
week.
don't want
if
to
not.
jinx it?
No, I just don't know her schedule yet.
Is it a big name?
I wouldn't say a huge name, but I think it'll be interesting. How about that?
Okay. You have a little more wiggle room now than you had a month ago.
Sorry. By the way, I just spoke to Richelle. She's going to be in town maybe April or May, so I talked about having her come in studio.
Absolutely.
For sure. A little
Right
fireside
near the,
chat.
By the way,
Yeah.
we'll have her in to discuss the draft.
Correct? I agree.
Yeah.
She'll discuss who she slept with,
Yeah.
how good they were.
Likes the young boys.
It's called the Richelle Combine.
There
She'll
you
let
go.
us know who passed what test.
There you go. Okay. Nice. So now going into next football season, we will have actual experts.
Yeah, we got two experts.
We have a fantasy expert in Lisa Ann for Fridays. We have Richelle Ryan doing Monday Giant talk.
But you know what's crazy? Everything she was describing in terms of what kind of guy she likes.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, she was describing Zach Wilson. Young,
Quiet.
not in a relationship, boring, quiet.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson looks like he's in college.
And she'd make him a man.
They have to do it, don't they?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's really going out against the Mormon church, that's what you do. That's you set your mark. Listen, I followed you for 19, 20 years. I get it. I respect you. But now I got to be me.
Now I'm the quarterback of the New
Yeah.
York Jets, all
But
right?
I'm going to get Richelle Ryan one of those T-shirts that says, Zach Wilson is good.
Real good.